In 27 years of democracy, why are we still sitting with ineffective leaders who do not understand their roles, who have been placed in positions to serve others, but who have conveniently forgotten that and are fulfilling their own purposes, their own selfish needs, looting funds and doing all sorts of crazy things, awarding themselves tenders, not listening to the voices of the people? Why are we sitting with young people who do not understand what it took to get freedom? We're finding young people turning into criminal elements, and they're using protests that are actually well intended to carry out criminal activities. They're destroying all the resources that we've fought very hard to actually get. Yes, poverty is still a big thing in South Africa. Obviously, we are not as democratic as we would have loved to be. But what are we doing right now to actually help the situation? If we're burning down a police station, if we're burning down resources, if we're endangering other people's lives, I mean, if it's a peaceful protest, it is constitutional. You're allowed to protest. You're allowed to picket. You're allowed to demonstrate. You're allowed to present petitions. It's your right. It's your legal right. But the moment you pick up a stone and throw it at somebody, the moment you decide to burn somebody's property down, the moment you decide to endanger somebody else's life, that is criminal. You're infringing on somebody else's rights. So we have to actually think very carefully about where we're going with this. Because these protests, they're not the right bargaining tool anymore. They're not effective. Instead, they are very regressive. We're making ourselves poorer. We're making ourselves criminals. We're turning our society into a crazy place. If we burn down a police station, we make the society or community vulnerable. Where do we run to when we really need help? You have to think about your actions. You cannot continue to use these protests to carry out criminal activities. And you as leaders, you cannot forget why you are there. You are not there to fulfill your own needs. You are placed in positions so that you can serve. And you need to make sure that you carry out your duty to listen to the people, to actually ensure that you take note of their concerns and their needs. If they have a gripe with the municipality, they have a gripe with your office, you need to make sure you attend to it. You cannot sit back and just push it aside. It's your job and your duty to bring about solutions and to ensure that the people know that you are hearing them, that you're listening to them, that their voices matter, and that you're actually taking note of what they're saying and you're working on solutions. You need to be able to calm a situation down before it exacerbates, before it escalates. Why are people getting shot when there are leaders that actually have to come up with solutions? Why are people, innocent people, just dying just because they're in the wrong place at the wrong time? But you sitting in a position, being very comfortable, getting a fat salary, and you're doing nothing. We cannot continue to accept this. We need to experience real democracy. Poverty is still very real in South Africa and is driving a lot of criminal behavior. You as a leader need to come up with solutions, and you need to make sure that your people know that you're on their side and you're fighting for them, that you want to help them, that you want to change the situation. Stop looting funds. Stop looking out for your own interests. Stop that. You're not a leader if you're continuing to ignore what the society, what the community needs, and focusing on your own selfish needs. Don't be the problem, because right now you are the problem. You are a big problem, but you can actually come up with solutions. We need your help as a leader to rise up and to start serving us and make sure that we know that you are on our side. Yes, we know you're not going to be able to give us everything, but at least listen and come up with solutions and help us. Do not allow the situation to escalate. We do not want to continue living in a state where anything can burn down at any moment. Innocent lives can get lost at any moment. I know people mean well with the protests, but the moment you infringe on somebody else's right, it is criminal. It is not constitutional anymore. You cannot continue to behave like this. Barricading roads, burning down businesses, burning down vehicles, destroying people's property. That's criminal. You are not doing anything good. Think very clearly and help us out. Our children still need to have a land to live in. If you're burning everything down, where will they live? And what are you teaching them? What are you teaching our children? What kind of leaders are they going to be? We've worked very hard, lost lots of lives to get to democracy. we are slowly, as a matter of fact, we are fast regressing to a poorer state. You are making us poor. Make better decisions. Let's work together. Let's find solutions. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody, but I know I have a voice and I know I can exercise it. And if you can do something to change a life in a positive way, do it. Don't burn it. Don't do anything to burn it down. Just change somebody else's life in a positive way. When you stop people from going to work, you are endangering their livelihoods. You're endangering their jobs. We already have lost so many jobs. Why are you the reason why somebody might lose their job? Think about it. And if you're unemployed, that person that is employed is the reason why you might have bread on your table. That person is the person that is taking care of the children that need grants, social grants. That person is the person that is taking care of people that need to be taken care of by the government every single month. We're paying taxes because we have jobs, we're working. So if you threaten our jobs, what is going to happen next? We're all going to be poorer. Let's help each other out here. And let's stop driving investment away with our behaviors. We have to attract investment, not to push it away. As leaders, wherever you are, whatever leader you are, whatever role you're in, even as community members, let's work together. Let's fix stuff. Let's not burn it down. Let's not make it worse than what it needs to be.